anything that they would like explained or otherwise removed from the consent agenda? Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Commissioner Bosbus-Rath.
Thank you. Motion to approve consent agenda items as presented.
Support.
We have a motion and support. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. On to special orders of business.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Up first for commission consideration is the second reading and final action regarding an ordinance to amend Chapter 8 regarding the property maintenance code and a conflict between ceiling heights. This is the second reading of the item. It was in the commission packet at the last meeting. Essentially, this brings the two codes between the residential code and the international property maintenance code in line with one another. As such, we would look for motion to approve the ordinance as presented.
Do we have a motion to approve this ordinance? Comment?
I was gonna make the motion.
All right, make the motion, Commissioner Rubenstein.
Motion to approve the included ordinance to align ceiling height requirements to the Michigan Residential Code and Michigan Building Code as determined by building type.
Support.
We have a motion and support. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We have no communications that I'm aware of. Let's move on to business items.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Up next for commission consideration is an item to purchase Camstrup, this is the right one, right? Yeah, Camstrup water meters. I'm just trying to find the right agenda item. I'm still getting used to this too. Camstrup water meters for the water department. Camstrup was selected when we upgraded the water meters a number of years ago. In order to have the same equipment deployed throughout the system, we annually waive the requirement to bid these out as their sole source with the company that we buy them from. So we'd look for a motion to waive the competitive bid process and a motion to accept the annual pricing for Camstrup meters with E.J. Prescott as the sole source vendor.
Thank you very much. Do we have any comments in regards to waiving the competitive bid process? Commissioner Habusta.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just a question, and I plan on supporting this, but does this lock us in? I mean, are essentially we locked in forever and ever now with Camstrup water meters? Is there, at what point do we, go outside of that if their prices skyrocket? I mean, is there a way out eventually, I guess, is what I'm asking.
I will defer a portion of that to Director Twos, but as he's heading up here, I will say, to a certain extent, we're kind of locked in. There is a useful life on meters. I don't recall if it's 10, 15, or 20 years. I think at that point, we would probably rebid it out. We did bid these out 2021, 2022, somewhere around there when we converted all of the system. In the future, not the near future, but in the future at some point, but anything else I may have missed?
Yeah, I think you did a pretty good job summing it up. Yeah, it's kind of how it was. The previous meter system that we had was just multiple generations upon generations of meters, just got old and funky and didn't work out for us. So we decided with Camstrup back in 2022, it's $2.5 million project to replace all the meters. The useful life on this is 20 years. So we expect to get 20 years out of them, so that's kind of what our base, model looks like. If at a time they don't become useful, they become funky, we can always rebid them out and go to a different system, but, they work well, we like them, and we're getting good data and good reads out of them. So
And-
we'll move it out.
I guess, Kirk, just touch base on, the useful life is 20 years, but, how often do we replace them? How many are we looking at per year? And kind of the causes of what the meter breaks are possibly.
Yeah, so right now, the 20-year lifespans for the battery in them. They're an ultrasonic meter. They have a battery in them, so they're expected to get 20 years out of the battery life. So that's what the 20-year breakdown is. It's not a mechanical meter. They don't degrade over time like a mechanical meter would. They don't wear out. So that's where your 20 years comes from. As far as replacing them, a majority of our replacements are freeze-ups, breaks, things like that. which actually have gone down since we replaced these. Census meters seem to freeze up a little bit more than Camstrip have. Last year, we only replaced about 22 meters, where normally we're 40 to 50 meters, so we're down in that count, which is great. But they also have freeze warnings on too that we can get out to the public, and I think that helps that whole process, so.
Quick question, aren't almost all the meters in the city now Camstrop meters?
All but two.
Yeah, so I figured. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Somebody specifically knows that. I'm just kidding.
Anybody else? All right, do we have a motion to waive the competitive bid process? Commissioner Marble?
Thank you. Motion to waive the competitive bid process.
Support.
Having motion and support, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, on to number 2. Commissioner Marble, would you like to take that?
Yes, thank you. Motion to accept the annual pricing for Camstrup water meters with EJ Prescott as the sole source vendor.
Support.
Do we have any other questions or comments? Hearing none, let's vote. All those in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. On to G2, consideration of bid award for the purchase of ferric chloride for the wastewater treatment plant. City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Up next or Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, up next for commission consideration is a request to award a bid for ferric chloride for wastewater treatment plant. Ferric chloride is one of the chemicals that we put in the process to kind of help separate the liquids from the solids. We did bid this out. We received 3 bids back. We're recommended awarding the bid to Haviland Products for ferric chloride in the amount of $12,793.50 per 4,000 gallons.
Anyone with any questions or comments? Having no questions or comments, would anyone like to make a motion? Commissioner Talentino.
Thank you, Your Honor. Motion to award the bid to Haviland Product for ferric chloride in the amount of $12,793.50 per 4,000 gallons.
Support.
All right, we have a motion and support. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. G3, consideration for replacement equipment purchase for plow truck. City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Up next for commission consideration is a request to purchase equipment for the city's plow trucks. Currently, we have 3 plow trucks that are needing some parts. The parts do come from a regional provider, as the trucks came from the regional provider as well. There is 2 motions with this item, a motion to waive the competitive bid process as we feel it's sole source. The parts only come from this place. And then motion to award the purchase of plow truck replacement parts to Truck and Trailer Specialties in the amount of $19,000 as they are a regional provider.
All right, let's discuss the motion to waive the competitive bid process if we need to. Anybody? Commissioner Habusta, are you good with this? Because usually you're the one that brings that up.
I appreciate you asking, and I think I can understand that this is sole source because of the simple fact that it's parts provided through the regional provider.
Do we have a motion to waive the competitive bid process? Commissioner Rubenstein.
Motion to waive the competitive bid process.
Support.
Having a motion and support to waive the competitive bid process, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion to waive the competitive bid process carries unanimously. Commissioner Rubenstein, would you like to make the next motion?
Motion to award the motion to award the purchase of plow truck replacement parts to Truck and Trailer Specialties in the amount of $19,011.27 as they are the regional vendor for this plow equipment.
Support.
We have motion and support. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Let's go to G4, consideration and support for the implementation of a fee for juror parking passes and parking enforcement activities for Chippewa County.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. Up next for commission consideration is a request to create an MOU with Chippewa County for juror parking passes and parking enforcement. Kind of long story short on this one, for years, we haven't had any kind of MOU or contract in place with the county. It's just been kind of a handshake agreement. Right now, the court system creates their own permits. They hand them out to the jurors. They put them in the windows. They park there. We don't really have any, control in terms of where they're parking, how many is parking. We don't have any records of that. So we would like to have some kind of agreement put in place between the county and the city to, one, authorize those kind of permits and to provide the ability for parking for the county. With this, there is a recommendation for a fee. It's $1 per juror per day. That's something that they haven't been paying for now. Really, this item kind of comes down to, we should have some kind of agreement between the city and the county to provide parking for the jurors. And to a certain extent, does the commission want to charge a fee or not? We feel the dollar is less than what a normal person parking in a stall would pay for that period of time. But we think it's kind of a good start, initially.
I would presume that dollar would go toward any costs as far as getting, I don't know, sticker ticket, whatever they get put in their car to identify them as jurors.
So the fee would go into the parking fund, and yes, it would pay for anything related to parking.
I mean, I don't see where there's a problem with $1. Number one, $1 is practically nothing, but secondly is there will be cost to us, so I mean, somebody's got to pay that.
Right.
All right, do we have any further discussion? Commissioner Busta.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just two quick questions. Will we discuss this rate then at our yearly user fee approval?
I think we could, so with the agreement, it's kind of outside of the fee schedule. I guess in theory, we could make it a fee within the fee schedule, but there's really some mechanical parts that we kind of want to cover with the MOU as well. So we would take this concept, if the commission is on board with it, we would take the concept to the commission and kind of flesh it out with them and then bring something finalized back forward for the commission. But I would say for the first initial years, it probably wouldn't be part of the fee discussion, just because it would be its own standalone kind of agreement. I guess in theory, if we wanted to, we could put in there, in the MOU or in the contract, that the fee is subject to the commission's fee schedule. But probably the first initial draft, which could be a year, 2 years, 3 years, kind of max, we probably would look for something a little bit more concrete within the agreement.
Thank you. Finally, I think it's great that we have this service. I just want to make sure we have the capacity to carry out within the city the ability to carry out this process. In the past, if they've just been given it by the county, clearly now we're adding in a staff component on our end. I just want to make sure we're comfortable with the capacity to carry that out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine we'd be purchasing permit passes up front and then handing them out whenever they need them. I mean, that's still to be fleshed out, but I don't think it'd be overly burdensome on staff.
I would presume we have historical figures that would tell us approximately how many jurors park over the course of any given year.
No, we do not at this point.
Huh. I'll bet they could figure that out. I mean, it'd be easy enough, right?
Right.
If we thought that we needed that information. As you know, I'm an information guy. All right, do we have any further discussion? All right, having no further discussion, do we have a motion? Commissioner Rubenstein.
Motion to authorize administration to finalize a memorandum of understanding between the city and Chippewa County for parking passes for jurors and parking enforcement activities to include a fee for services.
Support.
Having motion and support, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We're on a roll. All right. I keep forgetting this isn't a touchscreen. Let's move to G. Well, there's table discussion on the splash pad. Do we need to say anything about that at all?
I mean, it's an update. I can give an update briefly.
Sounds good.
Okay, so, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Just as an update, staff has been meeting with the Splash Pad Committee. They had a good meeting last week. They had a good productive meeting, from what I hear from Deputy Manager Troyer. They're still hammering on a resolution. There was some vacations planned, I believe, this week from one of the Splash Pad Committee members. So together, between the staff and the Splash Pad Committee, I believe they requested one more meeting to kind of finalize the recommendation at which they would bring it to the next commission meeting. So,
Thank you very much. And that's a perfect segue into city manager announcements and updates.
just a couple things, just an update regarding the disc golf course concrete item that was at the commission, about a month or so ago. We did end up bidding that project out. The companies that were going to donate the materials did not put in a bid. The bids came back higher than what the project was allotted for funding. So the staff will be meeting with the disc course volunteers to kind of come up with a new plan on how best to move forward. Just a couple of updates. We do have with us tonight our new DDA director, Jonathan DeRue, which is fantastic to have somebody in that office now. If you want to come up and just say hello really quick, or you can do it from, now you got to do it on the mic. Sorry.
Well, I'll just say hi to everybody and to Mr. Mayor Pro Tem and the rest of the commissioners. I want to thank you for approving me to be the next downtown development director. And got the first week on, and it's been eye-opening, been great, and meeting a lot of great people. I got Miss Linda Holt here has been very helpful to me. I want to say to Deputy City Manager Troyer and City Manager Brian Chapman for helping me out the first couple days, and I look forward to serving in this role. So, thanks, guys.
Perfect. Kind of with that, Headwaters North has made a selection for their executive director as well. I don't believe it's public yet. I think the employer knows, but they haven't made the announcement yet. So there should be an announcement coming in the next couple of days. So that kind of rounds out the three positions between the EDC, DDA, and Headwaters North. Once we get everybody on board, which should be shortly, we'll start working on the kind of the merger and collaborations and a little bit more of what that looks like and how that's fleshed out kind of moving forward there. So we're happy that we've got all the people in those places and we're looking forward to moving forward. So just a quick update in the parking garage. Parking garage is still moving forward. There's some land work that needed to be done in terms of lot splits and vacating a platted road. Vacating a platted road. Thank you, Kelly. I said it right. Vacated a platted road. So it pushed it off a little bit, but we've been working with the hospital. We should have that wrapped up here in the next few weeks. And then we've also been starting to work on the transition with the hospital staff in terms of equipment and what's all in the parking garage and all that stuff. So coming together, we should be wrapped up with that here relatively soon. So other than that, I don't have anything else.
Thank you very much, Brian. Are there any matters presented by the public? Anybody at all? Great, come on up. Yep, and state your name for the record, please.
Hello, my name is Natasha Hallinan. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to speak. I just wanted to come and introduce myself and tell you a little bit about the program that I run. It's called the Chippewa County Mental Health Court. So I am 100% federally grant funded, and I help people who come into the criminal justice system who are diagnosed with a serious mental illness. So my program is an alternative to jail and prison. I have about 30 participants who do a 2-year program, and I help make sure that they maintain sobriety, get them to their therapy appointments, and also just kind of a 24/7 crisis management. It's myself, I have a field agent that I employ, and then I also have a mentor. So the program's been around for about 7 years. I took it over after working for the Department of Corrections and being a stay-at-home mom, and coming back home to Sault Ste. Marie, the town that I love, after traveling and living out east for a few years with my husband. So since I've taken it over, we've gotten, I get a little choked up because I get so excited talking about it. We have gotten certified by the state of Michigan as a state-recognized treatment court. So like I said, I just want to come, introduce myself, let you guys know about the program, because I have found getting out and talking to people other than the county commission who approves my budget every year, not a lot of people are aware of it. So that's really my big push this year, to make awareness to it, get flyers out to people who might need them. So if you ever come in passing with somebody who is in the legal system and you know that they are struggling with their mental health, that they can be referred to my program. So, and answer any questions if anyone has any. Okay. I'll leave these. Yep, my information's on the back, and these tell you a little bit about the program that we run. So thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Are there any matters presented by the city commission? Commissioner Habusta.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I had some questions on the city manager's report that I didn't get an opportunity to ask, so I'd like to follow up on that now. With the EDC, DDA, and Headwaters North merge, is it still going forward as originally presented to the commission?
Yeah, there will probably be some tweaks. I mean, the new executive director with Headwaters, she had an opportunity to kind of review everything. She's got some ideas that she would like to see. So I think once we get everybody kind of on board, in place, part of the process moving forward was to have representatives from each board, a couple from Headwaters, a couple from DDA, a couple from the EDC, and then the staff members kind of come together and flesh out a little bit better concept and how to move forward. But for the most part, everything's moving forward kind of the way it was. But there will probably be some tweaks here and there, which would be expected, just as you get new people kind of coming in onto that thing. So, yes.
Okay, thank you. Certainly, I would hope if it doesn't, then we would reevaluate, or those boards would reevaluate certainly salaries and titles, as we kind of took back some of those based upon diminished capacity of some of those roles. So certainly, I would hope that would be included as well if the merge does not happen as previously advertised. And then within the hospital, so we anticipate, I know the original date was July 1st, we anticipate it being closed now within a couple of weeks.
Yep, yeah, there's a few things that we weren't anticipating that came out with a lot of splits. Like I said, the platted road, some of these things just have to be cleared up before we can get the transfer done, so.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Commissioner Talentino.
I just thought I'd better tell my wife happy anniversary today. 35 years, so I just thought I'd throw that out there because I know she's watching, and I haven't really got a chance to talk to her today, so there we go.
35, you kids are honeymooners. Anyone else? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Commissioner Bosbus-Rath.
Motion to adjourn this meeting.
All right, we have a motion and support to close the meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?